everyone. So in today's video, I think I'm going to be a little petty. On my channel, I don't do a lot of videos centered around a lot of products I don't like or like a lot of anti-hauls, but I feel like I should probably do more of those because they're super helpful. I'm just going to gather up a bunch of makeup that I really don't enjoy and just like kind of do some speed reviews and talk about them. Let's first start with this product from Tarte. It's the Maracuja Juicy Glow. Listen, I love a glow. I love juicy looking makeup. I, in general, just find myself leaning for more moisturized looking skin and moisturized looking makeup. I don't really go for a matte finish or like a powdered kind of finish. Here's the deal. We've gone too far. I don't know a lot of people that want to look as greasy as I feel like this looks on the skin. I can't really imagine wearing this without powdering the entire face. And even then, I just don't feel confident in the product performing long term. This is the shade 12N Fair Neutral. Not neutral. It is very orange. Something I feel like I talk a lot about on my channel is looking for products that have balance to them. And if you want to go with something a little bit more dewy, I think that there's a way that still has a sort of elegance on the skin. You know, it can give you a little bit of a blur, potentially give you a decent amount of coverage. I mean, I just think that we should be expecting more from glowy foundations. And I think for a lot of, like for a really long time, people thought that skin tints were just all the same. Every skin tint kind of looked the same. I have personally seen, and like the products that I champion on my channel are those products that have like a really incredible balance. They kind of have this aspect of looking perfected while also looking very effortless. And that's what I really love. And this, to go through the effort to give yourself such a greasy, streaky kind of look, I just, I don't like to call products just straight up bad. I like to open a window and just I like to open a window of opportunity for someone else to like the product. I like to keep things nuanced. That's all I'm gonna say. But this, like, that one, it's just, I did not get along with it. That's kind of an understatement. The Velvet Liquid Lipsticks from Fenty. I picked up the shade C-Sweet Heart. I was excited about this shade. It's just one of those shades that I would typically like. I like these kind of mauvey rose shades. Here's the thing. This formula is incredibly outdated in my opinion. It's very thick, very, very thick, very moussey. Great pigmentation and a very smooth effect. I will give them that. But once you apply something like this on the lips, it's gonna exaggerate every lip line that you have. And also it doesn't set down. So I feel like, with a lot of liquid lipsticks, especially, back in, I don't know, like 2015 era makeup, at least you got the longevity. You know what I mean? At least it was a little bit transfer proof. But with a product like this, you're getting this really opaque matte finish, but just not a lot of blur once it's actually on the lips. And as someone with, in general, chronically dry lips, like I am always fighting for the condition of my lips almost every day. This is just kind of the antithesis of the kind of product that I'm looking for, but everyone really likes these, so I don't know what to say about it. I love the original matte liquid lip from Fenty. I haven't worn it in a long time just because I don't really go for a liquid lip, but the Stunna lip paints I think are great. I don't even really necessarily see where this falls into line with just the way makeup is right now, but then again, clearly a lot of people love it, so I'm wrong. I just don't know what to say about it. I was so excited for this. So it's the Blurring Collagen Peptide Primer from Cali Ray. There's still a part of me that wants to continue to try this. I know you only need like a little bit, but here's the thing with blurring primers. On bare skin, I feel like my skin looks great. Like pores are very smooth, and I can see myself using this on a day where I just want like more of a perfected look without makeup on. And I think that that is definitely a great way to use a pore filling primer. Like if you really don't want to fuss with makeup, but you just want that quick, am I even wearing makeup kind of thing, I think that I could potentially see an opportunity there for this. Once makeup goes on, it's a fucking disaster. It just does that thing that a lot of pore primers do where you are left with the look, the visible look of what is going on all right here, and then the rest of my face looks good. There's that differentiation in texture. There's a differentiation with the way product lies on top of it. It just looks like something is going wrong in the process of layering. And that's definitely not something that I would go out of my way to incorporate into my routine. Like, why would I go out of my way to blur out my pores when I layer product on top? It almost has like the kind of opposite effect. And it does blur them still, but in the process it looks heavier. So you're kind of like exchanging one problem with another problem. You know what I mean? So I was kind of disappointed in this. I really, really wanted to like it. Talk about like some clean beauty products that I really just have not been a fan of. This Gen Z taupe brow gel, and honestly just a lot of the Gen Z products that I've tried, I would like to try more of their eyeshadows because I felt like there was some promise there with the liquid shadows, but everything feels very, very behind and yet somehow current. It's a weird feeling. I want to say it kind of feels like Glossier when Glossier was first coming out. Like some of the formulas were good, some of them just were not. And I think that this brand needs to just have some time to get their footing and really zero in the kind of formulas that they want to create, because honestly, this is made in Italy. Like makeup from Italy typically costs more money to produce, typically is more performance driven. But the thing is that it all feels like something I've seen before and been underwhelmed with. I tend to really gravitate towards brands that, even if it's not the most innovative, wild formula that you've ever seen, there has to be another differentiator. And I think they kind of tried to do that with the clean beauty thing, but clean beauty is so like competitive right now that I just gotta be honest with you. I just, it is what it is. I'm just not seeing, I'm not making a connection with the products. As for like this pomade in and of itself, like not a lot of hold, could very easily get messy. Just, you know, just not doing much for me. And another one, Jones Road. Jones Road came out with like liquid drop bronzers that I kind of want to try. Let me know if you guys would like me to purchase and try out for you guys. But I recently did my single eyeshadow declutter. Part of the reason I wanted to do this video is just because I have a lot of decluttered makeup that I'm going to like invite all of my friends over. They can pick through and then I'll donate the rest. But it's all just sitting here. I'm like, I might as well talk about it. But this product from Jones Road, I decluttered it in that recent single shadow video. It's the Just a Sec eyeshadow. And I wanted to reiterate the reason why I went ahead and decluttered this. All like, in theory, this should be a product that I would love. The sparkle and like that shift, I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm trying to look in my viewfinder, but it looks pretty. I like this kind of lavender, blue, pinky sparkle. The texture itself is kind of like a light and airy powder, but it has a little bit of give to it. Very interesting, like a super finely milled powder that they just didn't press super densely, so you kind of get to feel that smoothness of the pigment. And I like that about it. I like the texture, but on the eyes, something wonky happens. I can potentially see this going like on top of a look. Like that's what I did today. I put like a cream shadow all over and then put like a sparkly top coat on top. You guys know that's kind of my jam around here, but this looked like dry skin on my eyelids. Here's my thing with shadow in general, liquid shadow, powder shadow, across the board. I am not going to put a single damn thing on my eyelids if it's going to make the texture on my eyelids look worse. And I feel that way about so many different makeup products. I feel that way about concealer. We'll talk about a concealer in a second that I don't like. If it's going to compromise the way my texture looks under my eyes, I would rather not put concealer there and just have dark under eyes rather than have brightened under eyes, but the skin looks dry. So that's just my way of thinking about makeup. That's kind of what is important to me. I just need the quality of my skin to look good above all. So yeah, this did not cut it for me. I don't need like pink, flaky looking skin on my eyes. This is the shade Icy Pink, by the way. I'd be interested in seeing what the other shades do and like how they perform, but that one definitely didn't work with me very well. A concealer that I don't know. I like the Pretty Fresh line from ColourPop. I really enjoy the foundation. I think that foundation is great if you want a really creamy medium coverage. It's not gonna last like all day, but there definitely is a really nice blur and a nice amount of coverage. I like that product. This concealer is so much less coverage than the foundation. You know, sometimes brands can get away with that, sometimes they can't, and I just feel like this has less coverage. It doesn't look flattering under the eyes. It's too translucent, and then again, you're left with, I feel like, the quality of the skin just not looking as great. Honestly, I would rather just take the Pretty Fresh foundation and put it on under my eyes and call it a day, rather than adding another texture product on top that's going to take away from the overall glow of my skin. And this just, I didn't like it. I have this thing, every brand says, we're coming out with our radiant, hydrating, super creamy concealer. Every brand is like, oh, ours has hyaluronic acid. Oh, ours has XYZ. It's gonna be great for under your eyes. And then I take it home and I put it under my eyes, guys. And guess what? It does not look good. It does not look hydrating. This one just did not get it right, in my opinion. Now, a K-Beauty product. This is from Misha. It's their cotton blush. It's in the shade Mama's Camel Coat. I know it's desaturated, and I'm okay with that, but there is zero pigment to this. And before someone comments under my video that that is K-Beauty makeup, I get it. I understand, like, that is what the market is asking for. I'm just telling you guys that I struggle to go out of my way to apply a product that literally looks like nothing on my skin. It feels like a waste of time when I use this blush. There are a lot of really pretty colors, so again, it makes me interested. I'm like, I don't know, well, maybe another shade will be better. But you know, at the end of the day, with the kind of collection of makeup I have, this is one of those products that just feels like, yeah, like a waste of time to go out of my way to find and apply. Remember when I told you guys about eyeshadows that just make my eyes look heavy or dry and just kind of overall, I would say, almost make the eyelids look droopy? I have a few of those products. I don't really like them. Start with this from Mina. It's the cream eyeshadow. I don't even know if they make this anymore. I would be interested in knowing. Look at how beautiful that looks in the pot. Everything, like the swatches, everything about it for me was like a green flag, and then I put it on my eyes and I was like, holy crap. This just attached to the skin and would like not let go. Like it was not going anywhere, and every ounce of moisture was taken out of my eyelids. So not blendable, first of all, and then second of all, once it's on the eyes, I felt like I could just see the skin fighting for its life on my skin, like just the drooping, the heaviness, it was not good. However, I would just be curious to see how it works on like more oily eyelids because I think there's potential there. However, just the way it kind of sucked out the moisture of my eyes, I would just be very hesitant to really recommend it to anyone. Let's take a break from eyeshadow for a second because I do have a palette I want to talk about, but this product is viral, or went viral on TikTok. It's the lip liner stain from Sachu Beauty. I wanted to love this so much because I love lip stain in general. So actually I'm wearing one today. This one is very cheap. It's the lip stain from Palladio. I will leave it down below, but I also found out about this on TikTok. Lasts really beautifully, and you can like very easily overline the lips in a very subtle way with like a lip liner, lip stain kind of pen product like this. So I'll leave it below. But this, I wanted to really love this. Essentially, you apply it. It's like a paint kind of product. By the way, whew, that smells not good. But essentially it's a peel off lip liner kind of product. So I went and applied this on my lips and I was like, I'm just gonna keep my lips open. Very hard to do that, by the way. Like it's possible, but if you apply it all over your lips, I would just say don't. Like really, really only use this as a lip liner, because if you get this in your mouth while it's drying, it will look like you literally have a bloody mouth. And that happened to me. I was worried. I'm like, I need to get this out of my mouth right now. First of all, it doesn't taste great. It doesn't smell great. But then second of all, I don't want it to stain my teeth. Like obviously it's staining my skin. I don't know what it's going to do to my teeth. But essentially it didn't necessarily dry down as much as I would like either. And that's always kind of the issue with these peel products, is walking that fine line, and honestly, there is a learning curve. So I don't think that the product doesn't work. It's a lip liner product, and yet all of the ads that they are pushing out on TikTok have it applied all over the lips. So normally I would be like, well, I am using it not in the way it's technically designed to be used. I mean, obviously it's a lip liner, but I mean, we all use lip liner all over the lips sometimes. But what I'm trying to say is that they're running ads showing it being used all over the lips. I want to keep trying this out almost just to see if I could make it work, and I don't know, the results I've seen look really pretty. I just haven't gotten those results. So take with that what you will. I want to support the brand though, because I actually love her channel. The Glowish by Huda Beauty. Now that I'm thinking about it, these are pretty similar. Similar vibe. The Huda Beauty Glowish Concealer, I was really excited about this. I like the Glowish Tinted Moisturizer, but all it is, I mean, it has more glow, I think, than the Pretty Fresh now that I'm like seeing it on my hand again. But there's like no coverage, nothing. A concealer that is so light coverage, I struggle with, because I'm just trying to figure out what I'm using it for, because I could very easily just use a skin tint. So that is a no from me. And the Glowish skin tint that I have used for a long time has definitely more light to medium coverage. Like I can get a decent medium coverage out of it. So it's another one of those examples of a brand that came out with a concealer that is less coverage, and I just don't know why. Less coverage than their skin tint. You guys know what I'm saying. I don't know why. I gotta get rid of this because I feel like I've actually mentioned a few times that I don't like this, and I don't need to keep mentioning the same product that I don't like over and over again. But the Flower Beauty Desert Lights palette, I think that the swatches online look absolutely beautiful, but this is another one of those eyeshadows that look so heavy on my eyes, and I feel like it droops them, and just in general is not flattering. However, very flattering formula from Revolution, the Ultimate Desire palette. This is Stripped Khaki. I love the color story. The textures on here are very blendable. In general, I think that this is a great palette at an affordable price, but it doesn't last at all. So maybe if you guys have like a primer that you really love and you have found ways around that, I would still recommend this, but I prefer to recommend products that you don't have to fuss with, like, you know, go that extra mile to make them work. The Makeup by Mario Moisture Glow Plumping Lip Color. This is a newer release, and I haven't even had a spare moment to even talk about it. I bought it like right when it came out. This is the rose shade. I don't get it. I struggle sometimes with Makeup by Mario because I think a lot of the launches are so impeccable, like insanely beautiful. And then a random launch will come out like this and I'm just like, what is happening here? It is such a messy looking lip product on the lips. It's going to give you like the butthole lip. It's so it's such a pigmented lip gloss that it'll do that. The plumping really isn't as plumping as I would like. It also feels so close to like the lip, like the juicy kind of, like the plumping lip balm lip gloss hybrid in the tube products that Makeup by Mario already came out with. So I'm just confused why this was needed. And Makeup by Mario has done that before. He came out with his shaping sticks, and then on top of that, there's like the new like cream bronzer in a pan that he also came out with. It just feels like a lot of these products, I would anticipate in the next few years, a lot of these products just getting discontinued because they're so close to one another that the product that people like better is just gonna come out on top. And this is a pretty decently new launch this year. No one is talking about it. So anyway, that's my spiel about that. Yeah, this is the Moisture Glow Plumping Lip Color, and then there's the Moisture Glow Lip Balm. I'm just gonna go ahead and show you guys. Beautiful color, by the way. This is Miss A. But the thing is that because this is already a lip color that is so highly pigmented and also super glossy, you would not catch me wearing this unless I knew like there was a mirror around, because it does not feel secure on my lips. It does, I will say, now that I'm wearing it on top of like a combo already, I will say it looks much better on top of a lip color because I'm not getting like the butthole lip as much as I did when I had this on bare lips. So potentially there is opportunity here to wear this like over a lip color, but I'll also give you guys the details. I don't know if you can see that, but in person, like my lips aren't looking like amazing as far as the texture goes. And I do really like a lip gloss that kind of fills in the lines of the lips a little bit. So again, just kind of underwhelmed. But all in all, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I would love to know if you guys enjoyed it because I will do more of them because I know I don't do a lot of them. I will leave everything I talked about today down below, as well as the lip liner pen that I actually really like that I mentioned. Thank you guys so much for being here, and I will see you in my next one.